Hi guys, this is Omer from MMOHut.com. I'll be doing another quick weekly recap of MMO news and announcements of the week ending July 29th, 2012. And before I begin, just a quick thank you for the support you guys have given on the last YouTube bulletin I posted. We will be getting actually a bit more contributors to the MMOHut YouTube channel. And if you're interested in that, in making videos for the MMOHut YouTube channel, do send us an email at mmohut@gmail.com. We should be introducing actually some new contributors this coming week. But anyway, on with this week's news. As you can see from the video playing in the background, the first piece of news we'll be taking a look at this week has to do with Spirit Tales. And the news is that on July 23rd, the Clan Islands update for Spirit Tales officially launched. Clan Islands, as you probably guessed, are private islands for clans, thus the name Clan Islands. Each island has its own hot springs as well as its own clan warehouse, which allows players to store and share items. While the hot springs allows players to get special buffs for chillaxing inside of the hot springs. Lastly, a fishing system has also been added to the game. Apparently those hot springs which you can chillax in are also fishing spots, so yes, other players can throw their fishing hooks into the same hot spring you're in, which is definitely a bit odd and potentially painful. Next up, on July 24th, League of Legends added yet another new champion to the game. The newest champion this time around is Zyra, Rise of the Thorns, or Zyra, however you pronounce it. And Zyra plays a lot like Heimer in that he has turrets, but unlike Heimer, Zyra is immensely helpful in big team fights with her massive AoE knockup, as well as her snare abilities. She's an AP caster that generally goes middle lane, and I've already seen her play in a bunch of games and a bunch of high-level games as well. I can safely say she's quite a bit more powerful than some of the other new heroes, definitely an actually viable character. And League of Legends has really been on the ball lately. They actually completed the stealth reworks for Twitch and Evelynn a little while ago too, which makes Evelynn actually a lot more viable than she was before. Also included in the Zero patch were some small balance tweaks, with more balance tweaks coming next week on Cho'Gath and Rumble. And I do say that she's viable right now because I have seen her dominate in a lot of high tier games. But again, that could just be because nobody really knows how to counter her quite yet, but we'll see in the future if she's still popular or not. Up next, bit of news surrounding EG. On July 24th, Area Games announced the official transition of Alliance of Valiant Arms, Soldier Front, and Guns from the EG portal to the Area Games website. This is due to the fact that Area Games purchased EG earlier this year, and the transition of the games to the Area Games website has been this tragedy since day one. Player accounts, characters, and cash app currency will all be transferred without error. With the acquisition finally wrapping up, EG Reactor is also shut down for good, to pretty much make Steam the only platform for multiple free-to-play games. Hopefully these EG games will thrive on the Area Games platform, but only time will tell. Next up, on July 24th, King of Kings 3 launched its latest update, Divine Rebirth, which introduces new maps, quests, and instances. The game's level cap has also been increased all the way up to level 215. With this patch, players will now be able to unlock new divine skills as well. Also including the update is the new Tower of Kings PvP challenge. Now, King of Kings 3, if you didn't know, is a PvP-focused fantasy MMORPG from Game Ago, and I'm pretty sure there is no King of Kings 1 or 2 either, just King of Kings 3, which certainly is a bit odd. There may be a King of Kings 1 and 2 somewhere in Asia, but I've never heard of them. Up next, a small update for Hi-Res Studios' Tribes Ascend game. On July 25th, Tribes Ascend introduced the new Twin Fuser weapon, which launches 2 discs in succession when it fires. On top of this new weapon, the game added 2 new Capture the Flag maps, Permafrost and Dangerous Crossing. Lastly, the update also introduced a party creation system, new skins, and voice packs. It's a small update for Tribes Ascend, but it's one of the many small updates which have launched since the game went into open beta. Next up, on July 25th, Rusty Hearts launched the Reborn expansion, which is the first major expansion to Rusty Hearts since its original launch. The update introduces new third weapon focuses and skill sets for each character, a new pet system, weekly PvP rank ladders, new dungeons, bosses, and more. We did talk a bit about this update last week, but the update is actually live on Rusty Hearts as of July 25th. And the video in the background is the official launch trailer for the Reborn update. Up next, an update from Rose Online from Gravity Interactive. Yes, Rose Online is still alive if you didn't know. The game used to be pay-to-play a long time ago, but went free-to-play once Gravity began to embrace the F2P model. Anyway, the latest expansion to Rose Online is Sea of Dawn, which is actually set to launch on August 7th. Sea of Dawn will introduce a new arc to Heroes Quest, increase the game's level cap, and add new powerful weapons and equipment to the game. And again, this is all launching on August 7th. I'm actually pretty sure Rose Online is still not quite complete because the game is called Rose Online, and Rose was meant to be rushed on 7 episodes. And I'm pretty sure all 7 planets for the game are not even out yet. And it's been so many years. Next up, on July 26th, Outspark launched the first major update to Darkblood Online since its open beta launch. Darkblood Act 2 raised the game's level cap to 30, introduces the new Act 2 content, which includes new maps, enemies, quests, dungeons, as well as new gem system. Tweaks to the game's life skills have also been made, and the game's cash shop is also now open for business. Darkblood Online is Outspark's Dungeon Fighter Online-esque action MMORPG, and it does look a lot like Dungeon Fighter Online actually, except with slightly better graphics. The next and last bit of news is from Universal Monsters Online, which is a new browser-based MOBA game from Bigpoint. On July 27th, Universal Monsters Online announced it's accepting closed beta signups. There's very little information about the game right now, and the video in the background is currently the only video out for the game, and all it really shows is browsing the game's website and how to join an actual game. Now, we do know that Universal Monsters Online is a browser-based MOBA, which seems odd as the MOBA genre is pretty competitive right now. I mean, the entire genre is pretty much Dota 2, League of Legends, and Heroes of the Earth. I guess Universal Monsters Online is aiming to capture a bit more of the casual audience, as it is browser-based. The game's starting champions in the first round of beta testing will be very well-known monsters like Wolfman, Frankenstein, and Dracula. No word on when the game will actually release, or when the closed beta is set to begin either. Not too sure how popular a browser-based MOBA game will be. I guess we'll see when the game actually launches. Well, that's it for MMO news, but as for games coming soon, we have nothing on the radar. But as for games that recently launched, we have Divinia from Being Fun, which officially launched on July 25th. The launch update will actually include the introduction of the game's cash up, plus a new rescue chicken mount. The game was previously an open beta, but now it is in full release, and the launch update also adds new unique hairstyles and face shapes to the game. And anyway guys, that's it for MMO news and announcements of the week ending July 29th, 2012. And now if you want to read about or learn more about any of the news mentioned in this video, simply head over to MMOHut.com/news, and if you want to discuss anything in this video, simply head over to MMOHut.com/forums. Anyway guys, this is Omer, signing off.